Hello everyone and welcome back to another mod showcase, and today we are going to be reviewing Just Hammers mod, which adds hammers into Minecraft. It's quite similar to Excavators and Hammers mod that I did previously, but this time we're just going to be working with the hammers. And I'm going to be reading the mod page of the features that it adds. So it has tiers of all the above that increase the area of the effect, starting from a 3x3x1 all the way up to the 5x5x5. Durability scales with the tiers. The hammers will also be unable to break. They'll be left at 1 durability and you can repair them with an anvil. So this would be very beneficial instead of just using or applying unbreaking to the stuff. I mean, you can still do that, but it will just last longer and it will never break. So we have all these hammers here. I have already damaged one of them. So if you actually use one of the hammers, the damage does go up. It increments upwards. It's quite similar to downwards, but it lets you know how many blocks you mined. So it's very useful. And also it has the lore or the description that says mines a 3x3x1 area. So if you actually able to upgrade your hammer through the tiers, such as go from stone hammer to the stone impact hammer, it says mines a 3x3x3 and so on until you reach to 5x5x5 area. So it's very useful just to let you know that how many blocks it can mine with that particular hammer. And there are different materials that you can use. You don't even have to use stone. You can go to iron, gold, diamond, or netherite. But if you actually try to reach to netherite, all you just need is some netherite ingots and sticks. But this stuff is very expensive, so you might have to do some grinding. And this netherite hammer is a core component for a crafting recipe to make the impact core. Because these here are the little upgrades that make your hammers even stronger to reach to the 5x5x5 tier or area just for you to excavate. So, in order to make the impact core, which is from stone hammers to the stone impact hammer, all you just need is redstone dust, gold block, iron block, and a netherite hammer. And the recipes will vary based on the mod pack. So this is basically tier 1 to tier 5. So to move from tier 1 to 2, you got to use an impact core. And for the reinforced hammers, all you just need is the reinforced core in your hammer. I mean, that's if you just want to make the reinforced core, which requires the impact core. So it's kind of like a skip in some levels, but it's very expensive. So if you want to make the reinforced core, you need redstone blocks and 2 blocks of gold and an impact core that we just mentioned earlier, just to get yourself the reinforced hammer. And then if you want to go from the reinforced hammer all the way to the reinforced impact hammer, which is a lot stronger and it can mine a 5x5x3 area, you're going to have to make the reinforced impact core, which requires you to use the reinforced core and a gold block, a diamond block, and a block of redstone to get yourself the reinforced impact core. So it's a combination of 2 of these, which is a greater version of those 2 to make to this version, which lasts even longer and it mines a bigger area. And then last but not least is the Destructor hammer, which is the final piece of everything in this mod, which it can mine a 5x5x5. So it can mine 5 blocks high, 5 blocks across, and 5 blocks deep. So in order to make the destruction core, you're going to have to use the reinforced impact core, 2 diamond blocks, and a lot of redstone blocks. So you're going to be using a lot of redstone when crafting these things. And for the recipes, they will all vary based on the mod pack. I mean, I would probably prefer using the destruction core or the diamond destructor hammer, because that seems to be possible versus me actually trying to go all out on netherite. Because look at this. This is very expensive, but it varies based on the mod pack. But I will try the hammers out. So I will try with the stone variants, because I've kind of already used these when I was trying them or testing them out in this area over here. But you'll see how they work, because it's very simple and they're very beneficial. And also there's one thing to add. You can also enchant these with fortune or efficiency just to make mining a little easier. And you can also add unbreaking, but that's if it's necessary if you want to prolong the hammer's lifespan. So for the regular hammer, it's a 3x3x1. This is basically a typical excavator, just like the mod that I showcased previously. It just mines a 3x3. And it only goes in 1 block deep. Then we have the stone impact hammer, which is a 3x3x3, which is deeper. So it goes in 2 blocks deeper. You can actually see the difference as you keep, watching me break these blocks. And then this is a huge jump. It jumps from a 3x3x3 to a 5x5x1. But it's still like 1 block that you're still mining from. So you can see that it only mines in 1 block deep. And for the stone reinforced impact hammer, it's a 5x5x3, which is a lot deeper. So if I break this, it's going to look similar to the 5x5x1, but you go 3 blocks deep in there. And then last but not least is the stone destructor hammer, which is literally the only hammer that you can actually go in 5 blocks deep. And then once you break this, yeah, that's how deep it is. You can literally make yourself a tunnel just to, to a mine, or you can literally clear out a chunk very fast. So it's very beneficial in many ways. And I think higher the tiers, the more faster the mining becomes. So since these hammers are literally just regular hammers, but they can become very efficient based on the levels too. So look at this. Like, I can literally just go mining for days with this regular hammer. And look at that. We're literally just covering a lot of chunks here. Like, I can literally just clear the chunks without trying to use creates or any of those mining drills or anything like that. This kind of beats modern industrialization's mining drills easily. So yeah, if you actually use this mod, it's going to help you a lot in the long run. So yeah, that is going to be all for this showcase, because it just makes hammers very beneficial. And I mean, they're so beneficial that you can literally clear out this whole area just like that. Like, all we just did was press the record button, and we were already 7 minutes in. And look at that. It already cleared out a good chunk of everything. A good chunk of everything. But once you add this to the mod pack, it's going to make life very easy. And if you guys find this helpful in some way, then I am very thankful that you guys find it helpful and you enjoyed it. But again, the recipes will always vary, and sometimes mod packs do love to change their rules to make it more challenging. But until then, I'm not sure what mod I'm going to showcase or research next, but stay tuned for another one, and take care.